Welcome to the Naomi Show. Hello and welcome to the program. Now, for you men out there, if you've just ended a relationship, particularly a long-term one, you may be dreading the thought of going back onto the singles circuit. And if it's been a while since you've been out there, it could be pretty daunting. Now, the dating scene seems to be constantly changing these days. And if you're unsure about how to go about approaching and getting the interest of the modern woman, don't despair. The two ladies you're about to meet have some great advice for you. Clodagh Higgins and Sarah Rutherford have researched and written a new book called A Single Man's Map to a New World, which is a man's manual for getting back onto the dating scene and finding love. And Clodagh, how did this all come about?
Well, Naomi, this all came about from both myself and Sarah being on the dating scene for a long time and then sitting down and having conversations with our girlfriends. And it just seemed to be that the same stories kept coming up over and over again.
But why a book for men?
The book for men is basically to give them an understanding from a female perspective of how they can understand what makes us tick and perhaps get some better results on the dating scene.
And have you found that men just don't know what makes women tick? Is that what your research has found?
Research has found there's been so many different aspects because what men actually think, we don't actually think. So it's like they're actually thinking one thing and we're thinking something completely sort of separate to that.
Yes.
And it's totally different.
Yeah. So the book addresses a number of different issues, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Can you take us through it, just a brief outline of what it's all about?
First part of the book is focusing on yourself, taking care of men taking care of themselves again, fitness, nutrition, you know, hobbies, all that kind of thing. That's what we address first. And then the second part of the book is about dating.
So in the book you do talk a lot about online dating because that's obviously taking off across the world and it's building momentum.
Yeah.
And you do have advice for guys in that department, don't you?
Yes. I mean, we all know this sort of cliche that a first impression actually sort of lasts.
Yes.
Well, on an online dating, it's actually a microsecond, we believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
If somebody's looking at your profile, if you're looking through hundreds of profiles, you're looking at the photograph first.
Yes.
If the photograph is not correct, then it's not going to appeal to the actual sort of eye, and then we'll go straight past you and go into something else. So we believe that the photograph is primarily the most important.
So if the photograph is the key,
Yeah.
I know what you have done is you've looked at a lot of the online photographic mistakes that men are making. Clodagh, what have you found there?
Oh, we still laugh over this.
Yeah.
There's a series of
We're not
photographs.
laughing at you guys, I promise. We're not,
No.
but we're going to give you some help
We're
here.
laughing with you.
Yeah. There's a series of photographs that come over and over again that we see men taking. The top three are our favourites. One is the hunter shot.
I can see Sarah smiling. What's the hunter shot?
The hunter shot is basically a guy who's smiling away, normally with a cap on, coming back from a fishing trip and holding
Are
the
you
biggest
kidding me?
catch of the day. I kid you not. No way.
And that's going to hook the girls.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, my
It
goodness.
might impress the guys, but like for 90% of women don't fish anyway. So, you know?
Yeah. So we
And even if they do, perhaps...
Yeah, we think, well, your weekends are you're going to be fishing,
Yes.
and then when you do come back, we're going to be cooking fish. So,
Exactly.
so that's one of the top ones. The other one is basically where they have, we call the Top Gun shot.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking a photograph with their baseball cap on and some sunglasses. Now, they might be even $500 sunglasses.
Yes.
But the fact is we can't see their face, we can't see their eyes, and women like to connect with men through their eyes and through their facial expressions.
Eyes are the not only window to the soul, but
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
if you've got good eyes, you might as well not hide them.
Yeah, so what we found is women are just skipping these profile photographs and going, not interested, not interested, and just right back to that. It just takes microseconds to make that decision, you know, when there's hundreds of profiles to look through.
And there's another shot that's one of your favourites, I believe, as well, that does seem to come up. I've noticed this kind of shot on Facebook a lot.
Oh, definitely.
Tell us about that shot.
It's basically where somebody cuts their head off and they actually just have from their neck down to their waist, often showing
The
off
body shot.
Exactly, often showing off what they think is a six-pack. Half the time it's not a six-pack. And it's like, you know, like, I want to see your face before I see your body.
Yeah.
I'm not dating your body.
So all jokes aside, realistically, guys need to give you a true indication of what they look like. Keep the shirt on.
Yes.
That's right.
Take off the sunnies, take off the cap.
Yeah.
That's right.
Show a range of photographs, you know, have some friends take them, don't take them yourself is another thing that we actually encourage is just wait until you're at that party or at that place, you know, don't include other people, but show a range that maybe you do have hobbies, we do like that, show a range of photographs. The main thing with the written profile that we advised is integrity. It's really about being honest about why you're there and really being upfront about what you're looking for. You know, the big thing that we say is if you really want a long-term relationship, put that up there. You know, don't be afraid to be totally honest about why you're there and what you're looking for.
Well, it gives you a better chance of finding a match, doesn't it?
Definitely.
If you're honest and someone says,
Definitely.
well, I connect with that, doesn't it?
You know, just today we did the research just before we came here and looked at RSVP. There are 350,000 singles in Sydney alone. Who have profiles up there. So, you know, if you're honest about who you are and what you want, of course you're going to find a match. It's when you're not aligned and you're not being, you know, honest with yourself, that's when people are disconnecting all the time.
That's right.
And that's really why we wrote the book and what it's all about. We want more people to connect and more people to connect on the right ways.
Well, thank you, girls. That's great advice. The book is
Thank
fantastic.
you.
And don't forget, we want to know what you want to know. And if you have any relationship questions or you want to share your dating or relationship stories, we'd love to hear from you. And you can leave them on the website at naomishow.com. And we look forward to hearing from you. So thanks for your company. See you next time. Your love life, let's talk about it at naomishow.com.